Here's the truth. A woman can say anything she wants, but what she does will always tell you more than what she says. In today's dating world, most men are chasing words, text messages, compliments, false promises, while ignoring the very actions that reveal how she truly feels. That's why so many guys end up confused, drained, and wondering what went wrong, because they never paid attention to the signs that matter. A woman who loves you moves differently. She treats you in ways she would never treat just any guy. Her energy changes. Her effort increases. She does things out of instinct and emotion, not out of obligation. You won't have to beg, chase, or convince her to act right. She'll show up without being asked. But you've got to know how to spot the difference between a woman who's entertained by you and a woman who's emotionally invested in you. This video is not for the soft-hearted or the men still living in fantasy. It's for men who are ready to understand how women behave when they're all in. Not halfway. Not, let's see where this goes. But when she's fully locked in, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. We're going deep. No sugarcoating. These are the 7 things women do only for the men they love. And if you're not seeing them, you need to reevaluate your position in her life. Because love isn't about what you do for her. It's about how she responds to the man you are. Let's break it down, piece by piece. Pay close attention. What you're about to hear will either confirm that she's real or expose that she never was. Before we start the video, I want to remind you that my exclusive online course on mastering the dating game is available now. If you've been learning from my YouTube videos, you're only scratching the surface. This course goes deeper, teaching you everything you need to know about the dating game, from approaching a woman to building real attraction. We just finished section 5 in the course, and you won't find this information on videos on my channel. It's easy to access with a secure payment option. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or click the link in the description to enroll now and improve your dating life. 1. She invests in you without being asked. When a woman loves a man, she starts giving without keeping score. You won't have to ask her to show up, help out, or support you. She'll start doing things naturally, things that come from a deep place inside her. And here's the catch. It won't always be grand gestures. It might be her remembering something you said weeks ago and surprising you with it. It might be her checking in on your goals, your stress levels, or even how you're sleeping. Why? Because when she loves you, she starts seeing your well-being as part of her own. Modern dating has made a lot of women cautious. They're used to withholding effort unless they're getting something back. But love doesn't operate like a transaction. When she's truly in it, she stops thinking like that. She starts giving you the part of herself she normally guards. Her time becomes available to you, her attention becomes more consistent, and her energy flows in your direction even on your worst days. That's when you know, this isn't just interest or infatuation, this is emotional investment. Pay attention to how she moves when you're not at your best. When you're tired, frustrated, or doubting yourself, does she pull back or lean in? A woman who loves you sees value in lifting you when you're down. Not because she wants to fix you, but because she cares about what happens to you. She wants to be part of your growth. She wants to contribute to the man you're becoming. You'll see her sacrifice her comfort just to make things easier for you. She'll rearrange her schedule, compromise on things she's used to, and pour into the relationship without you prompting it. That's not something a woman does for a guy she's unsure about. That's what she does when she's emotionally tied to your life. You need to be sharp here. Don't confuse this with manipulation or temporary interest. Some women give for a short period to get something, but when it's love, the giving is consistent. It doesn't vanish when you stop entertaining her or when you say no to her once. It keeps going even when there's nothing in it for her but your peace of mind. That's the level of selfless effort only love produces. And here's the final thing. She won't throw it in your face. She doesn't remind you of what she's done. She doesn't guilt you. Because it's not a performance. It's real. When you find that in a woman, you're not guessing how she feels anymore. You already know. 2. She becomes emotionally transparent. When a woman truly loves a man, she lets her emotional walls down. Not halfway, not in bits and pieces, fully. She starts opening up in ways that might even surprise her. This doesn't mean she becomes overly dramatic or needy. It means she feels safe enough to show you her real self. And that kind of vulnerability doesn't happen with just any man. Women are naturally guarded, especially in a dating world filled with games, ghosting, and shallow intentions. But love changes the way she expresses herself. It softens her, not because she's weak, but because she finally feels seen. You'll notice she starts telling you things she doesn't share with others. Her past, her fears, her dreams, her insecurities. Not because you asked, but because she trusts you. That's a massive sign most men overlook. When a woman trusts you with her emotions, she's giving you power, and she knows it. She's giving you the ability to hurt her, disappoint her, or misunderstand her. But she's doing it anyway because her love for you outweighs her fear of being vulnerable. This emotional transparency shows up in little things too. You'll hear the difference in the way she speaks to you. Her tone changes. Her guard drops. She may cry in front of you for the first time, not out of weakness, but because you've become her emotional home. And a woman doesn't cry in front of a man she doesn't love. She might even get angry with you sometimes, not because she's toxic, but because she cares too much to stay silent. Emotional expression is how women process their connection, and when she starts showing you everything, her moods, her pain, her joy, you're no longer just a boyfriend, you're her emotional anchor. A woman in love wants you to know what she feels, even if it's messy, even if she doesn't have the perfect words. She'll try. She'll tell you when something hurts her. She'll let you into her thought process. She'll bring you into her emotional world because that's what closeness looks like to her. That's how she bonds, and most men don't recognize that level of access for what it is, proof of deep, genuine love. She's not hiding behind "I'm fine" anymore. She's not brushing things off or keeping things surface level. She's honest, even when it's uncomfortable. That's love. That's when she's all in. And if you're the kind of man who can handle it with strength, with maturity, without reacting emotionally or making her feel small for opening up, she will love you even deeper. This is where most guys fumble. They ask for loyalty, they ask for love, but they're not ready for the emotional side that comes with it. But a woman who loves you can't fake distance. She moves closer. She lets you in. And that access is a gift, not a weakness. 3. She stops playing games. When a woman is in love with you, the games come to a complete stop. No more hot and cold. No more, "let me make him jealous." No more calculated silence or emotional manipulation. That energy dies the moment she realizes her feelings for you are real, and this shift is powerful. Because in the modern dating scene, many women are conditioned to play defense. They play hard to get. They wait hours to text back. They pretend not to care just to protect their ego. But love wipes all that out. When she's truly yours, the performance ends. You'll notice the change in how she communicates. Suddenly, she becomes straightforward. She wants to talk, not to control the narrative, but to connect. She wants you to understand her clearly, not guess or decode her moods. That's because her pride isn't leading anymore, her heart is. She doesn't care about winning anymore. She just wants to be close to you. She prioritizes the relationship over her ego, and that's something only a woman in love will do. She'll stop trying to test your reactions. She won't bait you with flirtatious behavior around other men. She won't disappear for hours just to see if you'll chase her. The drama fades because she no longer needs to provoke a response to feel validated. Her validation comes from the bond she shares with you now. She knows where she stands, and more importantly, she knows where you stand in her life. A woman in love values peace with the man she loves more than she values attention from the world. That's why she becomes more consistent, more reliable. You're not confused anymore. Her effort makes sense. Her attention is stable. She stops making you prove your worth and starts showing you hers. This is also when she starts removing distractions. The other guys in her DM, they don't matter anymore. The need for attention on social media, it fades. The desire to make you jealous or compete with your energy disappears. Because when a woman truly loves you, you become her focus. She doesn't need to keep options open. She doesn't need to protect herself with tactics. She gives you emotional honesty and drops the mind games. It's not about her losing her edge. It's about her choosing maturity, choosing intimacy over strategy. She's not treating the relationship like a battlefield anymore. She's treating it like a space to build something real. That's rare in today's world, where most people are just playing not to lose. But when a woman stops playing games, it's because she doesn't want to risk losing you. She's clear, not confusing. She's present, not distant. She shows up in a way that makes you feel grounded. And when you recognize that, respect it. Because this is the version of her that only shows up for one kind of man, the one she truly loves. 4. She defends you in private and public. A woman in love becomes your quiet protector. She doesn't just enjoy your presence, she stands up for you when you're not in the room. This is one of the most underrated signs of real love, yet one of the most powerful. When a woman is truly in love with you, she takes your side, not just when it's convenient, but when it matters. She won't let anyone talk down on you, disrespect you, or misrepresent you. Not her friends, not her family, not even herself. This is especially important in today's world, where many women are quick to share their frustrations about their man with others. But a woman who loves you doesn't run to the group chat every time something goes wrong. She protects your image, she defends your name. She sees you as her man, and that role comes with loyalty, even when you're not around to witness it. That's a deep form of respect. It means she's not just emotionally tied to you, she's honoring you. When people talk bad about you, she doesn't stay quiet. She speaks up, she puts her foot down, not because you're perfect, but because you're hers. That level of commitment doesn't come from casual interest. It comes from emotional ownership. She's invested in your image, your character, your name, and that loyalty comes from love. Now, defending you doesn't mean she blindly agrees with everything you say or do. A woman who loves you will still hold you accountable when it's needed, but she'll do it in private. In front of others, she will protect you. She won't expose your weaknesses or embarrass you just to make a point. She knows when and where to have difficult conversations. Because love doesn't humiliate, it shields. In public, she'll speak highly of you, not just with praise, but with pride. She'll let others know that she's proud to be with you, that she respects you, that she sees value in who you are. And behind closed doors, she'll remind you that you're not alone in this life. That she's standing beside you, not behind you. She'll have your back when things are good, and even more when things get tough. This kind of loyalty doesn't show up overnight. It grows with time. But when it appears, you'll know it. Because there will come a moment when someone challenges you, doubts you, or disrespects you, and before you even respond, she does. That's when you realize, this woman is not here for status, or fun, or comfort. She's here for you. And this is where many men miss it. They don't even notice when a woman goes to war for them in silence. They're too focused on the noise to appreciate the loyalty. Don't make that mistake. When a woman defends your name when it's not popular to do so, that's not just respect, that's real deep love. 5. She wants to be part of your world. When a woman loves a man, she doesn't just want to know about his world, she wants to be in it. She starts taking genuine interest in the things that matter to you, your passions, your struggles, your routines, even your weird little habits. Not because she's trying to control or monitor you, but because being close to you means understanding you. And when love is real, that curiosity becomes natural. You'll notice she starts asking questions that go beyond surface level. She wants to know how your day really went. She's not just checking in for politeness. She wants to hear what excited you, what frustrated you, what made you think. She'll remember the small things you mention in passing, and she'll bring them up later. Why? Because she's paying attention. She's listening. That's not something a woman does for a man she's indifferent about. That's love in action. She'll start showing up where you are. Not to invade, but to connect. If you have a passion project, she'll want to hear about it. If you have a business or goal you're building, she'll want to support it. if you're into something she doesn't fully understand, like sports, tech, music, or even gaming. She might not become an expert overnight, but she'll take the time to learn just enough to hold a real conversation about it. That's her trying to close the gap between her world and yours. Even in your quiet moments, she'll want to be there. She won't need constant entertainment. Just being in your presence feels meaningful to her. She wants to sit next to you while you work, relax with you during your downtime, or tag along on your errands, not because the activity is thrilling, but because you are. You'll notice that her desire to be near you has nothing to do with events or excitement. It's about the bond. And here's the deeper part most men miss. When a woman loves you, she wants to fit into your vision. She doesn't want to compete with it or distract you from it. She wants to be a part of it. She'll ask you about your future not to pressure you, but to see how she can align herself with where you're going. She's trying to find her place in the life you're building. That's not about dependency. That's about devotion. It's not always loud. She might not always have the words, but her presence, her questions, her consistency, all of it points to one thing. She's not on the outside looking in. She wants to build something with you. She wants to be in the room with you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, not just physically. If a woman keeps her world completely separate from yours and treats your life like a temporary visit, she's not all the way in. But when she starts merging her life with yours, her schedule, her interests, her heart, you'll feel it. She's not pretending. She's participating. That's the sign of real love. 6. She shows you her imperfections. One of the most underrated ways a woman reveals real love is when she stops trying to be perfect around you. In the early stages of dating, most women are performing. They're polished, calculated, always presenting the version of themselves they think you'll admire the most. But when love takes root, the mask comes off. She gets comfortable. She lets you see the parts of her she usually hides, the flaws, the insecurities, the raw emotion, not to test you, but to trust you. A woman in love doesn't just want to impress you. She wants to be known by you. That includes the parts she's not proud of, the struggles she doesn't post online, the things she's ashamed of. And when she starts opening up in that way, she's saying one thing without having to say it out loud. You're safe to her. That level of emotional exposure only comes from someone who's given you a seat close to her soul. She'll stop trying to appear perfect and start showing you her reality. Maybe she lets you see her cry. Maybe she tells you about childhood wounds she never mentions. Maybe she confesses fears about not being enough or about losing you. She might show you her jealousy, her doubts, her past mistakes, not because she's dramatic, but because she's being real. You've become the one person she no longer wants to hide from. Most men misunderstand this. They think when a woman gets emotional or moody or starts expressing fears, it means something is wrong. In reality, it often means something is right. She's letting down her walls. She's not guarding herself like she used to. She's trusting that you're not going to run, mock, or use her vulnerability against her. This also means she'll sometimes say things that reveal her imperfections. She might overthink, she might react, she might even get it wrong. But love gives her the courage to be imperfect around you, to stop walking on eggshells, to stop performing. And when a woman stops performing, you're seeing the version of her that's reserved for the man she loves. She's not afraid of losing you every second anymore, because she trusts in the bond, so she relaxes. She may wear less makeup, let you see her in her natural state, tell you she's having a bad mental day. She lets you see the unfiltered version of her, because your opinion of her now matters more than anyone else's. She's no longer trying to be desirable, she's trying to be authentic. And that's what love does. It replaces the need to impress with the desire to be seen. So if you're with a woman who lets you see her imperfections and still chooses you through them all, don't take it lightly. She's showing you something real, something deep, something raw. Only love allows that kind of vulnerability to live without fear. 7. She makes sacrifices without resentment. When a woman loves you, she doesn't just make sacrifices. She does it without keeping score and without building silent resentment behind closed doors. That's the real difference. Anyone can compromise, but only a woman deeply invested in you will gladly give up something that matters to her if it means protecting the bond she has with you. That kind of sacrifice is rooted in loyalty, not obligation. And in the modern world, where most people are only in relationships to get something, this is rare. You'll see it in the way she adjusts her schedule to spend time with you, not because you told her to, but because she wants to. You'll see it when she lets go of certain habits or friendships that might interfere with your peace, not because you forced her, but because she values the relationship more than temporary comfort. A woman in love thinks long term. She's not moving for convenience, she's moving for connection. Real love shows up when she gives something up and doesn't use it later to make you feel guilty. She doesn't bring it up in arguments. She doesn't say, "I did all this for you." Why? Because her love isn't transactional. It's not a business deal. She's not investing in you like a stock hoping to get a return. She's giving to you because your presence, your stability, your happiness matters to her. That doesn't mean she becomes a pushover or loses herself. No, a woman who loves you still knows her worth. But her sacrifices are intentional, thoughtful, and aimed at making the relationship stronger. She might cut back on certain luxuries to support you through a tight season. She might travel far just to be with you for a weekend. She might take on more work so you can breathe easier. She might distance herself from people or environments that don't align with what you both are building. And here's where most men get it wrong. They only notice what she gives when it's big or dramatic. But the real test is in the daily sacrifices. The little things. The way she chooses to cook instead of going out. The way she stays on the phone with you through a tough night, even though she's exhausted. The way she holds back a harsh comment during an argument because she doesn't want to hurt you in a moment of anger. That's sacrifice. That's emotional maturity. That's love. She may not always verbalize what she's given up. She may not parade it. But if you're paying attention, you'll see it clearly. And when a woman starts putting your needs next to her own, without bitterness, without pressure, and without losing her identity, that's the highest level of emotional commitment. That's how you know she's not playing, not pretending, and not halfway in. She's choosing you, fully, quietly, consistently. When a woman loves you, her actions will speak louder than anything she could ever say. You won't have to second guess, chase, or beg. She'll show up, stay consistent, open herself fully, and sacrifice without needing recognition. Love isn't hidden. It reveals itself in loyalty, effort, vulnerability, and presence. The truth is, women don't give this version of themselves to just anyone, only to the man they see as worth it, the man they respect, trust, and deeply care for. So if she's doing these things for you, recognize it, respect it. And if she's not, you already have your answer. And remember, if you're serious about mastering the dating game, don't miss out on my exclusive online course. We go beyond what's covered in these videos, giving you powerful insights from the first approach to lasting attraction. It's easy to enroll with a secure payment option. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or simply click the link in the description to secure your spot. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now and start transforming your dating life today. I want to especially appreciate you for taking your time to watch till the end of this video. I hope the video helps you improve every aspect of your relationship with women. Until next time, this is Stoic Approach to Life.